Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So if you're anything like me, I love to browse my local pawn shops and gun stores hoping to find a great quality firearm for an awesome price, and today was no different. I was browsing around my local pawn shop looking through their used Glock section and their glass case because, what can I say, I absolutely love Glocks. You guys have seen it on the channel. They're my absolute favorite pistol to carry, shoot. I'm a Glock fanboy at heart. So while I was browsing through the Glocks, I noticed this particular Glock and at the price, and working out a deal with them, I just couldn't say no. I had to come home with me, and the video idea kind of spun from this being the most hated Glock model and probably most hated Glock caliber. And if you need a hint, there's your hint. 45 GAP. Now, if you're not familiar with 45 GAP or otherwise known as 45 GAP, it's pretty much a shortened down 45 ACP cartridge. We can see we got our 45 ACP on the left, we got our 45 GAP on the right. Now, before I show you the pistol, Glock pretty much got with CCI and Spear and developed this cartridge. They were looking to try to kind of update the 45 ACP cartridge. I think probably around the time the 45 cartridge had been in production well over 90 years, almost 100 years. And Glock kind of trying to do their own spin on things and kind of modernize it into the 21st century. So their goal with that particular cartridge was to take a 45 caliber pistol and kind of shove it into a 9mm frame. Now, what you see here is the Glock 39. This is the subcompact model. There was 3 other models, 37 and 38. The 37 being the Glock 17 sized model and the 38 being the 19 sized model, if I remember correctly. And that's what they done. Essentially, this is a Glock 26 with a 45 frame. And we can see we are clear. Chamber's clear, and we'll drop our striker. So that's what Glock done, and it really didn't take off. It really kind of failed. The ammo that people just ended up picking the Glock 30 over this. And even in today, a lot of people probably make fun of me and say, why did you even pick that up? Well, at 370 with over the 100 rounds ammo I got with this, it's kind of hard to say no and even play around with. You know, oddly enough, 45 GAP was actually Arlie Ermey's favorite Glock, so it is pretty interesting to take a look at and kind of study the history and a historical context. This is actually the only Glock that's actually a Glock made pistol, and the 45 GAP is actually a Glock developed cartridge along with CCI. So that is pretty interesting nonetheless that they collaborated, and it's a Glock made pistol and a Glock made cartridge. So pretty cool. Well, let's go ahead and get our stuff moved away from the table, and I'll go ahead and show you this compared to a Glock 26. Okay guys, we got our Gen 5 Glock 26 on the right and our Gen 3 Glock 39 on the left. You can see both of these pistols are of the subcompact variety, and you can look at the frames here. They're identical frames. They're the same width, just the slide's a little bit beefier on the one on the right, of course, because it's 45. But everything else frame is actually identical. I've read online that they're completely interchangeable, the frames on the 39s with a 26. So if you want to use a Gen 3 26 slide on this frame, you can do it. You can also put an aftermarket 26 slide that is Gen 3 variety and put it on there. It should work. So it's pretty cool. $370, you pretty much have this complete lower and parts if you want to change it out. You can also change the barrels on the 45 gap out to 357 SIG or 40 caliber and have a 27 or I believe a 33 is the 357 SIG compact. I'll have to look it up, I'm not for sure. But yeah, it's kind of a meme gun. Is it the best concealed carry piece to pick up nowadays? Absolutely not. Neither is this. I am a huge fan of the subcompact variety of Glocks. They fit my hands better where I have larger hands. It's easy to transition from this concealed carry to my Glock 19 when I'm changing out carry guns because I like to carry different things. I'm just weird like that. But I've also been carrying the Glock 43X, and there's tons of other micro compacts on the market now. You've got your PSA micro dagger now. You've got your Hellcat, Shield Plus, 43X, 48s. You've got all those different models. So this is kind of went the way of the dodo. But for the price of that, getting a Glock for $370 with the ammo, and they still had plenty more of it that they're willing to sell me at a discounted price since I bought the handgun, I just couldn't really say no. I mean, if not, just to have a cool piece in the collection just to talk about, because it is a historical piece that Glock put together with CCI and Spear. And I think it's pretty cool. I'm actually going to try to put some +2 base plate extensions on this and carry it and actually shoot it quite a bit and see what I think. Really, ballistically, there's no difference between the two cartridges. They're pretty much both 230 grain ball. You can get a 135 grain, like in this Underwood Extreme Defender. You can see the velocity on that 1240 feet per second of the 135 grain Extreme Defender. You can also get the Buffalo Bore, a 230 grain ball ammo. We can look at the specs on this. This is 45 GAP. You You can see 230 grain full metal jacket. So it is available. It's a little more pricey, 45. It's probably about $10 a box more expensive. Is there a point to pick this over a 45 ACP Glock? No. There's absolutely no reason to go out looking for one of these. But if you see one in a shop, there's really no reason to snub your nose at, especially if you can get it for a pretty solid price. Like I said, I'm a complete sucker for Glock models, all Glock models. So I was pretty happy to pick it up and try it. I'm planning on doing some shooting review with this just to try it out and doing some ballistic testing to compare it to 45 ACP. So if that's something you'd like to see, go ahead and leave me a comment and a like. Guys, that's pretty much going to wrap the video up. I just want to show you my quick pawn shop find. I really appreciate you guys watching and helping me do what I do here on the Milcert Man channel. Look forward to making some more content with you guys. Anyway, that's going to be all, guys. You have a blessed one, and I'll catch you in the next one.